Welcome, travelers, to the Deck of Many Tales podcast, where stories unfold with every draw of the card and the dice guide our fate. Thank you for joining us on this adventure. Whether you're a seasoned hero or just stepping into the world of tabletop tales, we're thrilled to have you at our table. If you're enjoying the journey, be sure to connect with us. You can join our party on Discord, find exclusive updates and content on our website, and follow us on all of our socials to stay up to date with all of our quests, chaos, and crits. Before we get started, we want to give a shout out to our friends over at Hilarity Save RPG. They have a new trailer of their latest podcast, Minds Never Matter, which features some of their highlights from episodes 1 through 20. So let's have a listen.
I have never had students cause so many issues at the Adventuring College of Alona, especially in their first year.
So tell me, why is it always this group standing in front of me when something goes wrong? Sarthelian, you threw a knife at a student on the first day.
You pull out your knife and it goes flying and it kind of sticks into the wall of the entrance. A student standing there. It looks like
Cecily, you punched a cop.
The other officer, you just hear one of the ravens run past you and they go, "It was Cecily! Cecily beat up a cop!"
Pogo kidnapped a student.
And Pogo tracks him down, grabs him, and puts him in the lecture hall.
And Amelia, you tried to kill a party member in front of everyone on Family Day.
She takes the glass and presses it where an artery would be.
Not to mention Frederick in the corner over there is the reason that there's no green tea anywhere on campus. Wait, where'd Sarthelian go? A chicken leg? Really? Where did you even get one this size?
It was Dorkian!
I didn't do it. I was over here doing my own bad thing. I wasn't doing nothing. Both of you, stay right there. Sarthelian, don't you get any closer to him. You all already killed one of his party members, and we can't handle another death on campus. I don't get paid enough for this.
If you want to keep up with our Not Quite Heroes misadventures, listen to the Minds Never Matter podcast each Wednesday wherever you listen to podcasts. Or drop us a follow on Instagram at HilaritySaveRPG.
Thanks again to our friends over at Hilarity Save RPG. Now, gather your gear, ready your spells, and let's get into the story. On the last episode of the Deck of Many Tales, tension stirred as Cillian was taken aback by a divine humming from Ikaros, sparking a quiet panic and cryptic muttering about angels being among us. However, the rest of the night passed uneventfully. Come morning, things took a strange turn. Mel awoke with a scar across her back she couldn't remember getting, followed by a sudden blinding headache and a cryptic message from visions in her head. Amira shrugged it off as something that they would eventually find out, and Cillian tried to help with magic, but ultimately decided to carry her for the rest of the way. On the road to Aerith, the party encountered a half-elf courier who handed Rue a new side quest: collect stamps from 12 special locations. And then, upon arriving in the bustling city, they sought out a tavern, the Drunken Bison, where they met Aaron, a signing half-elf, and took a moment to regroup. That peace was shattered when a gunslinger named Tarkin fired 3 shots at 3 men mid-meal, right in the tavern. He quickly left after, but not before the party would fly after him, Amira leading the charge with as many questions as possible. He told the party that he's trying to do the right thing, but provides serious warnings about the Blood Countess, revealing more about the dangers of demons from the Proving Forest and the threat looming over the region. After a cautious retreat to the second inn, the Rusty Gauntlet, the party split up to decompress. Amira picked up a dishwashing gig. Ikaros encountered unsettling written messages in his journal about a long night and a returning dawn. And Cillian kept trying to parse out the existence of angels. In a vulnerable moment, Ikaros admitted to Rue, and eventually Amira, that he is, in fact, an angel, though not a high-ranking one. Meanwhile, Cillian wrestled with a demon whispering doubts in his mind. Later on, Mel dozed off, Amira handed out hot chocolate, and Cillian, clearly overwhelmed, slipped away to a small church to perform his act of devotion. And that's where we're going to take off. Okay, so, Mira. You are racing over to Melody's room, I believe. Sauntering over to Melody's room to share the news.
I saunter in.
And I think that Ruan and Ikaros are close behind. I believe. At least I know Ruan.
Yeah, you guys are all kind of almost on top of each other. And you all walk in. You pile in to a sleeping Mel's room.
Oh, right. She needed a little nap. I understand.
What do you do?
Is there any water in this room?
Oh, no. I'll close,
not that you could see, no.
I'll close the door behind us.
I go and I sit on the bed and wait. I stare.
Roll a d20. Actually, Kate.
I make a face at this, though. Like, this isn't going to be a thing we wait for. We're not going to just be weird and wait.
What's your passive perception?
Mine?
Yes.
To 16.
It takes a minute or so, but you kind of start to stir in your sleep to the point where you wake up, but you don't open your eyes, and you just feel like you're being watched, like eyes just burning a hole in you. Cillian's killing people.
Oh no. Mel's gonna shift a little in her sleep and like roll towards probably just roll to her left side.
You do so, and you bump into something in the bed.
She's gonna like peek her left eye open just a little bit to see who it is.
You see your sleep paralysis demon staring at you. It is Amira.
Amira leans close and she whispers, "Do you believe in angels?"
Good morning.
Amira, what? I mean, there's lots of stories about him. This is not the question.
Has his head in his hands.
This is not the question I was expecting when I first woke up. There's more people.
What question were you expecting?
How'd you sleep?
I'll give her a little wave from behind. Just
that seems.
Yeah, you now see that everyone except for Cillian is piled in your room.
That seems irrelevant to me.
Why? Okay, so why do you ask?
I don't know how to break this news. Ikaros? She gestures.
let me know if you need help. And I'll just go and sit down, put my hand in my pocket, like
Amira
sighing.
looks at her echo bangle, and she's timing you. And if you take more than a minute, she's gonna take it.
He won't take a full minute, but he will just kind of like look at you like, what are you? What Amira means to say, I think, is hello. I'm an angel.
I prestidigitation some sparkles.
I just lean on my hand, like watching this.
Mel's gonna turn and look at you and squint for a second, and then she's gonna go, "Is that why I couldn't pick you up and I hurt my back?"
I do not think that was related.
Are you sure?
I will also say that as far as you are aware, Mel, angels are like almost a story. If no one's ever seen an angel or been able to prove that one actually exists.
Right.
You've only read about them and been told by the church.
Yeah, I don't think Mel's actually believing this. She's probably just in her head. She just woke up. So she's like, this is all just a dream. This isn't real.
Just go back to sleep. Don't worry about it.
Wait a minute. hang on. And she sits up and she rubs her eyes and then she grabs her glasses and puts them on. And she looks over and then she looks at Amira.
Ikaros.
You did it.
Just
Proud of you.
standing there.
And,
Just
and then she pinches herself and goes, "This isn't a dream. Wait. Are you being serious?"
I'm always serious.
You...
yes. The timing isn't ideal, I understand, but it's complicated.
Huh. I see. Are you sure? Like, how do you know for sure?
This is a good point.
I'll lean forward. You remember the weird blood? He's got blood condition. Silver.
Yeah.
I thought angels were supposed to have wings and halos and harps.
Yeah. I mean, that's what all the stories depict it as.
Hang on. Is that why you jumped from the building?
Yes.
I thought you were just suicidal.
No, I
Same though. Like, I'm really happy you're not.
And I'll just turn around and reach around and pull up my shirt so that you can all see the two markings down his back alongside the spine. They look almost more like burn markings than they do scars. Not like they were torn, but almost burned off, but around below his shoulder blades.
Mel reaches over.
This is...
Oh.
Nope, you're good.
I was just going to say, Mel leans over, grabs one of her journals, and starts drawing and writing everything down.
When did you... The teachers knew you.
Yes. I presume that was to ease my entry into the school.
So they know you are an angel?
Looking over at Rue. One of them does.
The doctor.
But
I mean, she's not really a teacher.
Details.
Is it the nurse?
He looks away. At nothing at the ceiling. The ghosts.
Yes, well, she tried to treat me after the demon attack, and it's a little hard to hide from healing magic, I guess. Angels
You are an angel.
don't heal the same.
I guess that makes sense. If you're an angel, why are you with us?
I would love to answer that question. I don't know.
No, I mean specifically, why are you here on this mission?
And as you ask that, Cillian, you come up the stairs and you notice that you can't find anyone. Everyone seems to be gone from one of the rooms, at least.
Hello?
You all hear Cillian calling from the hallway.
Lost a cat.
I'm gonna get Sai and get up off the bed.
Oh, you're
I'm probably
so
gonna take a
nice.
I love that.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna go open the
Ikaros
door.
still has his shirt hiked up over his back, so I mean,
Hell yeah.
Mel is drawing
He
all
literally
of
I
that.
just go
like-
past him.
Mel started drawing. He just stopped. And was like, "All right, I guess I'm standing here."
Aww.
I will open the door and just look at Cillian.
It's like the door he's in front of. Oh, sorry, I should have realized it was this one. Should I wait in the other room? Should I?
You're
come in?
fine.
And he,
You're fine.
Looks past Rue for a second, sees
You can-
Ikaros' back.
And I just gesture like
What?
and step back like so you can go past me.
Thank you. Sorry, pardon.
Yeah, I am watching his response to this just
Turns out
He's like looking away respectfully.
I'm so curious about this. I'm just like, because I already saw this. This is my second time seeing it, so I'm just like,
Definitely
It's
has a little bit of
normal.
a blush, but he's like, so we all know now, I presume.
Nope.
Think so.
Yep.
yeah.
I believe that was the last of the team.
Still have a lot of questions and shit to figure out, but we're all okay with supporting him, yeah?
Of course.
Do you not
Yes, of
think
course.
anything has changed?
He nods, seeming a little relieved almost just to hear it aloud.
I apologize that I wasn't forthright from the beginning, but I'm coming to understand that this is a little more unusual than I previously anticipated. Can I put my shirt back now? Or are you still...
Please do, please.
I raise an eyebrow at him, but I don't say anything.
Gonna fix my shirt, pull it back down, kind of smooth it out. Turn back around. Aside from silver blood and the scars, I'm afraid I don't have much else to show you to prove it.
Are there other angels?
Well, yes, of course.
But are they here?
We think so.
I don't know.
I give him a look.
but I think so, yes. We think so.
We think what we saw before during the final were not like Ballista. And it was...
Ikaros, can you make a wisdom save?
No. No, I cannot. There we go. 16.
16. As you're talking about that and the mention of other angels, and you start to think, and you just hear a voice in your mind as if it's a memory, but almost as if it's being spoken to you right next to you, echoing, Hanael, Ikaros is here. Echoing, Ikaros is here, Ikaros is here. Hanael, what is that name? You can't seem to place it.
don't know. I don't know where the others would be. And he'll trail off, and I kind of look down and pause after that.
I feel like it's been a bit since I've asked this, or if I have, I don't even remember. But are there like books in the church specifically about like, do we know like angels' names, things like that? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, there are, that at least in the scripture, in the Shoutout, there are a lot of different angels. Now, there are, of course, angels that are specifically named as very, very important angels, and those ones are referred to as the archangels. And those are really the ones that are known and discussed. For you specifically, the one, make a history check.
Oh, okay. I'm thinking of someone else. Oh, that was a 2.
Oh no!
With a natural one.
I'm kind of
man.
disappointed in you. What would DeCass think? Damn.
He has a single tear for some reason.
With a 1, you're too awestruck at the moment, just kind of being reminded that you might be in the presence of a real angel. You can't really remember any of the things you read about any of the archangels.
If anything, I brought it up before, but we could venture to the church once we're done here. I know there's plenty of books and scrolls and all sorts of, readings on angels. So we could try that. Sorry, I can't think of much more right now.
You did say you had mentioned a book before, Cillian. So maybe when we have time, we can look. Maybe it'll give us some information.
Yeah, I do hope it's where I left it. I can't imagine anyone else finding it.
For all our sake, I hope so as well.
Yeah, in the grand scheme of things, I probably should have grabbed it, but that's that would be wrong. So,
and I just lay back on whatever bed I was sitting on. Just flop
you know
backwards.
what we could check. And he's hold on 1 second.
I'm just staring at the
He's going to
ceiling.
go check in his bag. No, hold on 1 second. And he's like shuffling through. We do have, and he pulls out his Sacratus. Maybe we could look in here and find something interesting.
Amira wanders over to the window.
I put my arm over my face at the same time. Just like I don't want to look. I don't want to see. If I look at it, my eyes might burn out.
He's so excited.
Yeah, I just hear this and I just immediately just like shut off mentally.
So, if you're bringing out the Socrates, I'll let you make a religion check this time.
Oh boy.
Get ready. That was a 6, Charles.
With a 6.
Oh, baby boy.
With a 6.
Before you get into that, I gotta know: is this Socrates like does it have like the little tabs for like notes and like highlighted areas and sticky notes? Like
this book is so worn. Like the spine is like it's almost coming apart. And he's got like little notes in there. He won't like there's like doggy ear tags and everything, and like it's just looked like this thing has been used for years.
Ikaros is tilting his head and kind of wanders over to look at this book.
Can't seem to read today. How odd.
Leans head over your shoulder, Cillian.
I wonder why you can't
roll a 1d8.
Who?
Cillian.
Okay.
Cillian.
Hold on. Okay, ready? A 5.
5?
Why'd you laugh like that?
You turn your Socrates and you kind of like are fervently looking for anything. You do find a section on the Archangel of Healing, Raphael.
Oh, look, yes, see, right here, it specifies Raphael. We can look at this one.
You read that healing magics and in general medicine was introduced to the world by Raphael at the request of the Primus. He was the one who taught humans how to continue on, and it can often be it is a misnomer that Raphael is also the Archangel of Perseverance due to his healing nature.
Cillian repeats all of that and he goes, due to his healing nature. Isn't that so interesting? No? He's like, no one's responding. He's like,
Bruh.
oh.
He's so cute. What the fuck?
I know I'm losing my mind, but Rue is just
He's
entirely
adorable.
like blocking this out as much as he can, but he's listening still because he can't help himself.
Yeah, Ymir has lost interest in this conversation completely, unfortunately.
Mel's trying not to fall back asleep.
She's like, the shirt's gone. All right.
He like kind of...
Yeah, she wrote notes and then she's like, oh, Cillian's voice, it's really nice. I could go back to sleep.
ASMR,
like, looks to each
Cillian
person.
reads you the Bible.
Yeah, he looks at each person and his smile starts to like fade a little bit as he makes his way to Ikaros. Like, I'm sorry.
Poor baby.
You probably already know all this.
I've never seen it written down in quite the same manner.
Oh, no?
Not like in a single book.
There's more books?
Well, yes. There's the entire knowledge of the Primus and his creations. There's many books.
I mean, there's, of course, there's many books, but like I don't think I've heard of those ones.
Well, I'll say, Cillian, you do know the story of Adam and Eve trying to sneak into the sacred library where all of that knowledge is stored. So it's not entirely unheard of to you, but this is a reaffirmation that, oh my gosh, it's real.
There's a fucking library.
There is a library then that has all of those books, and he's like holding his like to his chest.
Starstruck.
So cute.
Many books and scrolls and maps. All of it.
That sounds that sounds much better than this old thing. And he puts it behind his back, kind of embarrassed.
I think I love that you carry his word with you. Or I presume that's his word.
That is how it's talk to us. So yes, I believe so. If you ever do want to read it, you absolutely can. I'd say be gentle. It's quite old.
I would take the utmost care.
Thank you. I got it when I was taken into the church. So yes. Anyway, enough about my ramblings. He looks to anyone else change the subject, please.
Amira is sprinkling salt on the windowsill.
I've just turned to watch her from where I'm laying on the bed.
Nobody's helping you, buddy.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe I should head to bed. Good work today, team. I will see you in the morning. Good night. He's gonna turn around and walk to the other room.
Cillian, if you think of anything else that might help, other angels or something.
Yes, of course. I'll let you know immediately.
Thank you.
Of course. And he has a little blush.
He's so cute.
Yeah, he fucking turns on a dime and walks straight into the other room, perfect posture, awkward, I gotta move. But he'll go and get ready for bed and sit there for a second and then pull out his book and start reading through it again.
You begin to study diligently.
Yes.
And the rest of you, what are you doing?
How is Mel doing? If I look over at her.
She's, still kind of tired, but she's a little more awake now that people are, moving around and everything. He has not, fully sat up yet. I'm assuming she's still got a little bit of a tweak in her back, but that's what happens when you try to lift somebody that's a bit bigger than you.
Or is made of pure gold or whatever angels are, right?
Right, totally.
Yeah.
Yeah. 24 karat baby.
After Cillian leaves, Rue does finally get up and stretches.
Charles, are there any Charles, are there any mirrors in these rooms?
No, I'll leave that in. No, there are. There are no mirrors.
No, excellent, cool.
Well, is there any other questions or anything that doesn't have to do with that damn book?
Apologies. I forget how things are different here.
No, you're alright.
But yes, if you have any Mel or Amira, anything that I can feasibly prove, I guess.
You don't need to prove yourself to me.
No, I mean, if I have a question, I'll ask, but currently I'm just very intrigued.
I do not care.
I don't think there's much different otherwise. I'm quite
Precisely.
mortal at this point. There's not much difference.
Everything does make a lot more sense, though.
Just don't jump from any more buildings, please.
I already told him that, I think.
Yes, I won't be. It wasn't as relaxing as I'd hoped, Amira. I do apologize for that.
You lived.
It was something I did to let off steam. But it doesn't work the same without wings, I'm finding. And after. Well, it's not the same either way. So I won't be. Not on purpose, anyway.
We'll have to find you a new hobby.
I have plenty of other hobbies, just...
That you do here? Besides reading?
Well, we haven't had much time, but I did spend a little bit of time before we left. Tinkering. And I sketch. Here and there.
Sorry, my tiny cat was yelling at me.
Small cat.
So-
Ah!
Except it was more of just like a little like inquisitive, like, hi, I'm here, hi, hi, like, okay, yeah, thank you.
Dad.
Yeah. Yeah.
I will, while I'm muttering, grab out, kind of dig in my stuff and pull out the little mechanical sparrow that I had made, automaton thing that I had made before we left the dorms.
Oh. I'll blink and step a few feet closer so I can see what it is.
It's all just a little collection of parts and metal bits and things.
That's more intricate than I expected. That's really cool.
I like to make things when I can, but there's not much chance while we're in the field. So for now.
Yeah. Bruce seems kind of at a loss for words. He's just looking at this like, how the fuck did you make that?
And the longer you look at it, Ikaros, the longer, or the more it feels like you can't remember how you made it.
Maybe when we get back, I'll have more time and can see what else I could do. Just kind of pulling the wing out and feeling it between my fingers. Well, then it's getting late. I should let... Well, Mel, you should rest some more.
She's gonna stretch a little bit and you can hear her back like pop 5 different times. And she goes, you might be onto something. And she's gonna just kind of like pull the blanket up a little higher and curl up into it.
He looks a little sheepish.
I'm gonna walk over to her and I'm gonna tap her on the head.
She'll like look up, but the blanket's covering from her nose down, so you only see her eyes.
You gotta stretch.
I'll do that in the morning.
No. I'm just gonna like kind of pick her up just from her back, like my hand on her shoulder, like set her back upwards.
she'll like reach out and grab her toes really quick, stretching all the way down.
Yeah, I'm gonna help her stretch fully because I know how to stretch out the back to make it feel better. And I don't want to have her just wake up where she can't move, so I'll do that. Not like harshly or anything, but just like she starts to stretch and then I just gently like push her just a little further so she really gets the deep stretch kind of deal.
Physical therapy, Rue.
Yeah, yes. He definitely seems like it's practically like he's a guy who's done physical therapy for 4 years. And he just like is teaching you silently.
4 years, huh? Write that down.
Write it down. Thank you for helping me.
Maybe 4 years. I don't know. It could be. Yeah. I know how it feels. You're good.
Yeah. Can I go back to sleep now? She says, rubbing her eyes.
Yeah, you can. I'm sorry. I give her a little pat on the shoulder and I'll stand up again.
She's just gonna like plop back down, pull the blankets like all the way over her head this time, and then there's no movement.
I just watch her with that like, how did she do that? What are these people?
God, I wish that were me.
Yeah. Before I get quiet, what are the sleeping arrangements? Do you guys have a preference?
Shrugs. I'll sleep where I'm told to.
We have like 2 rooms with 2 beds each, right?
I think so, yeah. So I was figuring that probably...
Which couple do I want to encourage?
Mel can put out her hand and hold it out for Amira.
Yeah, Amira will crawl into bed with Mel after she does her bedtime preparations.
Her evening ablutions.
She claps her hands for Odette.
Oh boy. It's a full bed.
No, Odette gets the other bed. What are you talking about?
Oh, totally.
Cillian's sleeping on the floor.
Cillian's already in the other room. He's already gotten a bed, probably.
He's good.
He's actually, you guys don't know it yet. He died because Odette has like smothered him. Cat across the face.
That's actually pretty funny. So, yeah, Rue looks over at you, Ikaros. Just gestures at this bed.
Shrugs. Sure. Dude, Amira, I think Mel's asleep already. Do you mind if I sleep in here?
As long as you do not haunt me, but I think I'm confusing angels and ghosts.
I mean, it's a good
thoughtful
point.
For a second, like, no, I don't think I haunt very well.
If he does, we probably should find out now, huh?
You will not hesitate. And she rolls over.
Good night. I'm gonna head out of the room. Closing the door softly now that I know that somebody's sleeping already in there. Or EPDP. And then I do a sigh in the hallway, and I'm gonna go downstairs.
Okay. And what do you do downstairs?
I'm just gonna go for a little walk before bed.
Okay.
Hopefully also to give Cillian time to relax before I go in and barge in there and possibly make him anxious. So.
Okay. Your walk is quiet and uninterrupted.
Is the moon out?
Is there anything you'd like to particularly do on this walk, or are you just trying to clear your mind?
Mostly that, but is the moon out?
The moon is out, yes. It's a half moon.
Yeah, I'll just walk out to where I'm, a little outside of the building and just find a good spot to sit and look up at the stars and the moon and just breathe in the night air and know that we probably have some chaos awaiting us. So I'm going to take that time and put my hand in my pocket again and just kind of like lean my head against the wall, sort of looking up at the sky. And then I'll head back to bed after a little while, but I just kind of keep an eye out if anything seems weird or off. But if it's just quiet and peaceful, I'm pretty content to just hang out for 20 minutes or so.
Make a perception check.
Okay. That's a 10.
A 10?
Yeah.
It's hard to see anything, but you do see several creatures hanging out over by a trash can, and they seem to be like making a lot of noise, rattling it. There seems to be some commotion happening in that direction. You can hear, but you can't really see.
I'll walk like, I don't know, like 10, 15 paces that direction and see if like it is just Odette's cousins or if it's something concerning.
Okay. You continue over, and the first creature you notice is, in fact, Odette. She seems to be staring down two very angry cats. You can hear their... They're two of them, arched backs, fur standing on end. They seem to be like almost kind of swiping at Odette, and Odette is swiping back at both of them. There seems to be what smells like the oldest piece of cheese that you probably ever have seen.
Oh. Do I want to get involved in this? I care about Imira. I'm gonna walk closer to Odette.
Okay. As you walk closer, one of the cats goes to lunge at Odette, but Odette raises a paw, and you see what you can only describe as what you've seen from Imira, an eldritch blast, and the cat just...
What?
The other cat runs off, and Odette looks to you for a moment.
I rub my
her
eye.
eyes glowing.
Yeah, I just rub my eye, like,
And she almost kind of, as soon as she looks at you, she like almost squints, and then she goes cross-eyed, and then she goes to eat the cheese.
Hey there, little guy. I don't... I don't want to do this, but can I feel another presence in her, or is it gone? Can I feel if something else is there? Is there another power or magic or something?
Are you using any particular ability to do so?
I'm just trying to sense something that might be a little familiar.
Make an insight check.
All right. It's another straight roll, so it's up to the dice. That's a 4. So,
Yeah, you're pretty sure that's just a creature.
How did she cast magic? She cast magic.
As she eats, she does burp, and you see a little like almost bluish smoke come out of her mouth.
Oh. You're so fucked up.
She waddles over to you.
Come on. And I'll offer an arm to her.
She poofs out and then poofs back onto your arm.
I do the sigh, start walking back, and I'll give her a little scritch on her head.
She enjoys.
Yeah. I'm telling her that I'm a friend of hers. I'm not going to be affectionate to her around the others, so I'm not going to. I can't. And I will just return her to that room and see if, like, quietly opening the door and, like, offering my arm towards Imira, where Imira's in the bed. Just, like, see if she wants to go there.
She does not leave your arm.
Oh. Okay. I'm gonna carry her into the other room. Like, with a little half shrug, like, so be it.
All right.
Sorry, Cillian.
I will say, when you open the door, Cillian is like passed out, pretty much starfished. I think someone said it earlier. But he has like the book kind of like over his face as if he fell asleep while reading it.
Aww.
Rue
The
is trying
lightest snores.
Rue is trying so hard not to find this endearing. I know it.
Yeah, he's just paused at the door, like right inside, just going like, why am I in this room? And then he's gonna walk over to Cillian and carefully pick the book off his face and set it beside him.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna grab the blanket and throw it over him, and then I'm gonna go to the other bed.
Okay. As you throw the blanket over him, in the time it takes the blanket to land on him, Odette has now poofed onto his stomach.
That's not my problem. I go to bed.
You can't be sure, but you're almost positive she begins to drool a lot.
All right, I do chuckle a little, but I try to like, not do so loudly or anything, and then I'll just change, get ready for bed, and lay down. Much to think about today, I guess. But after a little while, the day's travels probably get to me, and I will pass out.
All right. Amira, were you also heading straight to sleep?
She'll probably stare at the wall for a while, but eventually, yeah, she'll get her 4 hours in.
Okay. You all go to sleep, and the night is uneventful. You are undisturbed in your rest, and you all benefit from a long rest. I'd say if you would like to wake up earlier in the morning, you can wake up around 7 to 8. If you'd like to wake up at an average time, it'd be around 9 or 10. And if you'd like to sleep in, you can sleep in as long as you like till someone wakes you up.
I think Mel would definitely be getting up early because she slept a lot. So she's going to be in that like 7, 8 a.m. range.
Amira too, but she's on that worker grind right now. Charles, that was cruel.
Oh, be nice to Kate.
Hey, Kate, I am with you. I am 100%. My
What a
fucking
fantasy.
circadian rhythm does not wake me up at 7 a.m. Fuck that shit.
So what was Amira doing again?
She's gonna go see if Sarah has any more work for her.
Okay. You head downstairs. And Mel, you as you wake up, you see Amira is actually already heading out the door.
Oh, also, I should mention, since she came to the realization that things cost money, she's been recycling her salt and scooping it back into her pouch, so she still has it.
Okay. You regain most of your salt.
It's okay. She likes to leave a little bit behind so she knows where she's been.
That's character development, though, I gotta say.
Yeah, how unwasteful.
Love to see it.
What is money?
She'll also use the floor salt for seasoning, so
Oh, yeah.
congratulations.
Yeah, don't ask her to cook.
So you head down to Sarah. She seems, at this point in the day, she's kind of just getting ready. The doors haven't even opened yet. The chairs are still flipped on all the tables.
She just walks straight up to her from behind.
Good morning. Is there something I can do for you?
Something I can do for you?
Well, there's plenty. The room needs to be set up. She kind of waves her hand at the bar area. The breakfast needs to start cooking. We need to clean the glasses for the day, get everything ready. So pick your poison.
Without a word, she just starts setting up the room. She realizes she's not going to be good at cooking. And she's already done the dishes thing. Boring. So she's gonna move chairs and shit.
All right. As you do, it is only you two in here, so she calls. She says, how was your rest?
Restful.
It is good. Forgive me, you do not strike me as the restful type, so I just wanted to be sure.
Very comfortable beds.
The most comfortable in all of Earth. Don't ask how many beds are on Earth.
I will take your word for it.
What will you do today?
I do not know. I am not the team leader. I assume we will leave.
To the proving grounds? Or to the proving forests?
Yes.
To be careful out there. As you already know, it is dangerous, but also, if you happen to come across Tarkin, perhaps give him a little bit of leeway when you see him, huh? He's probably a bit more cranky than you met him.
She thinks about it. And she says, at your request, I will do this.
Appreciate it. Are your friends awake as well? Are they hungry? I can start the breakfast now.
I did not... No, I did not check.
Fair enough. Are you hungry?
Sure.
I will get started, and while I'm at it, I'll search your friends too. They can have a bit of a cold food. I'm sure someone has a way to heat something.
Considering rations are our only other option, I do not think they will be picky.
And she heads back into the kitchen.
Sweep the floor, or whatever.
She's
Mel, what are you doing?
Spend her time slowly getting ready, getting all of her things together, and she's going to notice that Ikaros is still asleep, so she's trying to be super quiet, and then she'll head downstairs and sit at... Okay.
Before you do, when you look over at Ikaros, you see his eyes are open and they are shining gold like two flashlights in his eyes.
Excuse me, Charles. You see what now? You see what?
Mel?
What now? He has a mask.
Exactly. It's shining through the mask.
Mel's going to pull out the journal from yesterday, write it down, do a quick little doodle, and then just, put it in the back of her mind to talk about later. Because that's very odd. Yeah.
All right. It doesn't last very long. Maybe a minute or so, and then the mask you see kind of just fades back to the normal mask.
Yeah, she's definitely gonna be very quiet as she's leaving, and also trying to not panic a little bit. Yes.
All right. And you head downstairs? All right. You head downstairs. For the rest of you, who's waking up next?
Ikaros will wake up probably somewhat after that.
Right.
But
you wake up and you see the room is empty.
I am going to lay there for a second. Because I have the name Hanael in my head. And also the bird that's looking more difficult than I remember it being 2 days ago. And I'm just going to lay there and think about this.
Make a history check.
Oh boy. History is a 20, dirty 20.
A dirty 20, all right. With that, let's see. I'm trying to see what you remember with a 20. You get a few physical features that you remember. You remember long, almost silky, jet black hair tied up into a bun. You see wispy, periwinkle purple lights for eyes. Wings that seem, at least in your memory, pretty average. And that is about it. And you also feel an odd connection to nature. It's a feeling that arises when you think of Hanael.
But do I know why I know that name, or do I just get the imagery?
You have no idea.
Huh.
It's like having a memory that of something. It's like having someone else's memory.
And I'm just going to kind of chew on that, I guess. Trying to turn it over and over and over again in my head, and trying to remember what I would know or who this is. And it just gets worse the more I think about it.
All right. So you're going to spend your morning kind of thinking on that?
Yep. In that,
okay,
like, definitely awake, but somewhat disassociative state.
All right. And for Cillian and Ruan, I'll say it's kind of approaching that 9 a.m. time.
That's probably about when Rue wakes up. And when he does, he remembers where he is and he looks over to see if Cillian survived the Odette snuggles.
He has a giant wet spot on his stomach.
Yeah, it's size. It's a size. It looks almost like he peed himself.
He's still asleep too. He's passed out.
Charles, you couldn't have given me a better gift. Thank you.
I just watched this unlikely duo for a moment, and I will get up and go check the other room. Just do a little walk across the hall, peek in kind of thing, if no one answers with the light knock.
Ikaros, you do hear a knock.
Okay, then I do peek in if it's unlocked and just kind of give him a little signal, salute sort of thing. And just check and see that the girls aren't around. And then I will slip back out. And I'm gonna go wake up Cillian.
Okay. How do you wake him up?
I do have an unarmed strike here. No. I just go and give him a little shake of the shoulder.
All right, Cillian, you feel a little shake beginning to rustle you from your sleep, and as you begin to wake up, you feel awfully wet.
5 more minutes. What?
You might not want to. Yeah.
As you yell her name, she stretches out. You can hear all of her bones popping. You didn't know she had that many?
I step back a little bit, just watching this, oh.
He's gonna grab her by the scruff and just hold her, but he looks so disheveled, so tiny. How little kids wake up and they don't know where they are. He's his hair's a mess. He's covered in rodent germs. What? Rue, there you are.
Hi.
Good morning.
Morning.
I was going to wake you up.
Yeah, I think we're the last ones to wake, so.
Yes, and he kind of like frog blinks, like one eye and then the other. Like, and he like holds Odette out.
That's
Please pretend this. Oh God.
I'll try, and I'll go to scoop her, see if she'll let me.
She allows it.
All right.
As a Triton, does Cillian have a third eyelid? Is it the lizard blink?
That would be so amazing.
Oh my God, I haven't even thought of that.
Because they could have like the extra.
Fish have that?
I don't
think so.
I don't think so, but he could be
I'll
an
look that up
amphibian.
later.
Maybe,
You
I
can
don't
make
know.
that character decision.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'll let you deal with that.
Thank you. And his eyes are like still like he's falling back asleep as he's sitting there. Like,
I stand for a second and just.
Which way? He's like looking towards Rue, but his eyes are like closed. Which bathroom is which way?
To the right.
Oh, thank you. And he's going to like slowly get up and shuffle out.
Yeah, I'll already be going through the door before he gets to it, just like letting him do his thing at whatever pace he needs right now.
Very slowly.
Yeah.
Shuffling.
And then like I see him like shuffling down the hall behind me, and I turn back around and then I remember I'm not wearing a shirt, so then I go in and grab a shirt real quick. I just like set Odette down for a second, like carefully on the bed, pull on the shirt, and then go to scoop her again. Does she let me?
She lets you, but she did start gnawing at the bed, on the wood part a little bit.
Understandable. I carry her under her arms like Long Cat, and I'm going to carry her downstairs.
She extends a concerning amount.
I love this even more. She's an accordion. I'm just holding her with my hand.
And you bringing her downstairs?
Yeah, I'll give her like. I'm like really enjoying the fact that she's not being a total shit to me. So I'm giving her like little scritches under her chin, where it's not really obvious that I'm doing that, but I'm like, yes, keep being decent. And I'll head down the stairs and look for Amira.
All right. You do see Amira and Mel. Amira seems to be finishing setting up the bar. That's odd. And Mel,
so
what would you,
while
what are you
waiting
doing
for
as everyone comes down?
somebody else to come down, since Amira's busy, she's actually gonna pull out like a couple pieces of her like arm guards and stuff of her armor, and she's gonna be like tweaking it and using her artisan tools to kind of alter it a little bit.
Oh, cool.
As Amira's
So that is what you see.
getting closer to finishing, she's stacking all the cups and glasses in like little like pyramids.
I head directly over to her with like a nod to.
She a cup stacker.
Yeah, she's a pro.
She has the t-shirt and
for
everything.
sure. She's got medals. She's got a lot of medals.
Morning, Mel. And then I'll walk past her carrying the scrunkle and present the child to Amira.
Amira will take her and put her on her shoulder.
You kind of put her on and she curls around like a scarf.
I found her fighting some cats last night.
Did she win?
Yeah.
I
think I was just tired, but she like definitely like did cast a spell or something at one of them. It looked kind of like what I've seen you do. But I might have been like really tired.
I do not think she can do that, but who's can say?
I didn't either. But I did catch her when she was like, no, she was being perceived. And I'm just kind of like, can I have some water?
Yes. She grabs a cup from the top of the pyramid.
You're doing great, by the way. That's cool.
I do great at everything. And she goes and gets you some water.
So I've noticed. And I will give her a little grateful smile and drink some water, and then I'll just kind of sit at the bar for a moment, and then I kind of like look back up at the stairs, and oh yeah, she kind of drooled all over Cillian. They were cuddling last night.
I knew he liked her.
Yeah, I don't know how pleased he was, but I don't know. Worked out. She didn't do it on me.
I'm sure if you asked, she would.
I'll keep that in mind. I give her like a very sure nod. Like, yeah, for sure. I will definitely.
As you're having this conversation, Sarah comes out, and as you see, she has a very large platter and enough food for definitely your whole party. And you can hear like the sizzling and popping of bacon and sausage and eggs and the whole 9 yards. You see a platter of fruits.
My eyes widen. Well, the one you can see, and I like lean over the bar a little bit, like going full teenager boy mode, seeing like good food when I haven't had anything for a little bit. Just like, oh.
As she's walking over, she says, "Tut tut, back now, I'm bringing it to you."
Right. Sorry. Good
Do
morning.
not be rude. This is my employer. Is that the word?
Yeah.
She looks at you, she says, "Primus alive." Yes, is employer is the word.
Yes, that.
Right. So, sorry. And I sit back on the stool patiently. Not really patient. I'm eyeing that fruit platter.
And she places it on the table in front of you. She sets out all of the larger plates that contain all of the food, and then she puts a bunch of empty plates in circles for you and the rest of your party as they come down.
This looks incredible.
Of course it is. I made it. It should be nothing less. Now please, eat, enjoy. Thank you so much for me off, getting everything ready. You have saved me a load of time.
Time is all we have. And she goes and sits down.
I give them both a smile, but I'm like so like relieved and excited to eat this food. I'm just gonna start making a plate. And I go for like some bacon and just like get some other breakfast foods, and then like grab like one of each type of fruit, and then like a second one, and then I just like sit back and start munching away, just like content and also kind of feeling sleepy now because I'm just like, yeah, this is an okay morning.
Yeah, Mira goes for some cheese and a roll.
Like a little bird.
Just gonna like she's in the middle of her tinkering, so she's got like a tool in her mouth that she's like chewing slightly on. She's got another tool that's like up in her hair, but she sees the food and she pauses for a second. She gets up, she goes over, she grabs a plate and just grabs like 2 pieces of everything, and then just goes and sits back down at the table and starts tinkering, and then every once in a while will like reach over and grab like a single piece of food and then just go back to tinkering.
All right. And as you all begin to eat, Ikaros and Cillian, you both now smell the telltale sign of cooked breakfast, fresh breakfast, wafting in, Tom and Jerry style.
Yeah, Cillian is on his way down. He took, as best he could at cleaning his clothes and putting on a new pair of pants and a new shirt that he packed. Yeah, on his way down, you can see him like fixing his hair with a towel, making sure he's getting all like the wet out, and he just kind of like slicks it back with his fingers, but that's kind of just how it starts to fall into place. So it'll dry that way perfectly.
Perfectly, of course.
You adore him.
It's so cute.
But like immediately different personality. He's no longer that sleepy, disgruntled. He's like totally like pepped up. He's ready to go. Oh, breakfast, yes. Ah, perfect. And he's going to grab a huge plate of, like, pancakes, bacon, like, eggs, all of, like, a lot.
You got the grand slam going on right now.
Would I see him?
Coffee or anything?
There is a pot of coffee as well.
Yes. Thank you. And he'll make himself literally just black coffee.
That is all that there's there.
Perfect.
So.
He wasn't looking for anything else anyways.
I see him piling his plate, and I just like grab the bowl of fruits and slide it more towards me.
Ikaros.
I just go back to eating.
Ikaros, like, smells it and lays there and is not ready. Not ready, not ready. And then the stomach growl. Nobody's there, but he just makes a face. Like, oh, bodies. This is inconvenient. And that's what gets him up, finally. And he's a little bit slower down the stairs. Slowly coming up onto everybody. And sitting down wherever there's space.
And you sit down. You see there's still plenty of food left, but you can tell a good portion of it has already been eaten.
That's fine. Just take a few pieces of a little bit of bread, a little bit of bacon, a little bit of fruit, and just start nibbling.
All right. So you are all gathered around this table. The doors have still not opened yet, so it is just you and Sarah in the back. You've all eaten your fill. What would you like to do now?
Well, Captain, what's the plan?
He finishes like a mouthful of food. I figure we're heading out.
I
Any
just
objections?
need to finish tightening this one screw.
No.
Okay. And she goes back to working.
You got a few minutes. You're good. But we'll say like 5 to 10.
Well, I don't think I would know, so, about how long until we reach the forest? Do you reckon?
And we find out it's gonna be like another half day? Or am I crazy?
Yeah, it shouldn't take you the whole day. You'll still be able to do things while you are there.
Okay. Because I think before we got here at like midday, and it was like we will get there when it's dark if we continue on. So we stayed the night here.
Right.
And going in the dark is what we wanted, right?
Yeah, we did. We were gonna look for more nighttime, but we didn't want to just like get there and then have to sleep after a long day travel. So kind of half and halved it. Yeah, about a half the day, a little more. So if we get going, that'll help. We'll have a little time to scope out before darkness falls anyway. Ugh.
Well, then, I suppose, whenever we're ready, did we need to do anything in town, or?
Just any supplies we might need, but I think we're about ready to go.
And you hear a knock at the front door of this establishment.
I glance up, but I generally don't go answer the door for other people's establishments.
Mira is so conflicted right now. She's like, do I actually work here? What do I...
Cillian gets up and he goes, I'll get it.
A few moments, like as you get up, you will not sit down.
Okay.
Ymira slowly stands up.
I said, will you,
She
Ymira?
sits back down.
I just watched to see who it is.
She opens the door, and you see a dwarf with black hair that falls down into a even darker beard, braided with these silver cufflinks that all converge into one point, and the beard kind of goes all the way down to his waist. You see his hair is tied back. You can only imagine to make him more aerodynamic, because he does have a symbol, a little symbol of a letter on his chest, which you know to be the symbol of the post office. On the top of this, on the top of the symbol is a sparrow that seems to be carrying this letter in its talons. He behind him has what seems to be a large cart of boxes. You gather that this is the stock that she's ordered. And she says, come, bring it back to the normal place, please. Thank you very much. You'll be tipped on your way out. And he does so.
Do you think he has a different stamp?
Definitely worth asking.
You are correct. Go up to him.
Just watch this.
Hello? How can
she
I help
grabs
you?
a box so she's not interrupting, and she'll help carry it. Do you have any stamps?
He kind of like pats himself. I didn't bring any. No, sorry. This is usually people aren't up this early to other than
I
receiving.
already have the one for Aerith. Is there another one you might have?
No, I only got the one for here. I'm a local, so I do a lot of local mail. I occasionally make my way down to Dramoda, but no, I stay in Aerith pretty much all the time.
How is your office? I heard that it was damaged or something.
Well, it is. The manager found a way to get it up and running again for today. It's not running as efficient as I'd like it, but, what are you going to do?
What are you going to do?
Well, hopefully, Dramoda sends us the supplies we requested and the funding that they promised a year ago. And, well, we'll see what happens.
They have not provided what they've promised?
Well, they provided bits and pieces. This whole, and he kind of leans in, war effort has put a bit of a hold on, what I would call necessary services, what they would call nice services, nice to haves.
This seems very important to
Has
me.
a little bit of venom in his voice.
He's me for real.
I love it.
This is a rural area. This is a vital service.
Mm-hmm.
She nods.
So if you're expecting anything, you might be able to find it still. I know they'll be taking care of you over there as much as possible. You'll forgive them if they're a little delayed.
Oh, I do not expect anything. And she nods.
Well, that's good. Now, if you don't mind, and he takes the box out of your hand and he starts placing it where it goes.
I will leave you to your work. Good luck. And she leaves. And privately, in my to-do list, Timber's to-do list, stop war to save post office is at the top of the list. New life goal.
Meanwhile, we are literally being practically enlisted in said war.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're the problem.
It's time to stop us. So they have money for the post office. Those poor postal workers.
So we just get this war done with and it'll be fine.
We just gotta
Come
win
on.
super fast.
Yeah.
As he starts to leave, she, out of her pocket, grabs what looks to be a very large sack for a tip, and she hands it to him.
Does it look like coins in there?
It sounds like a lot
I'll
of
be
coins.
honest, I don't
shit.
think Ymira knows how much a tip should be, so...
Neither does Ikaros. Don't look at him.
For you two, that's probably
Yeah.
normal.
Yeah,
that's
Sounds
fine.
about right.
Okay. I don't know how this works.
For Mel and Ruan and Cillian, you think that she might have just provided a house to that man.
I think had Mel been paying attention, she would have. But if nobody's told her that she can't stop tinkering, she is like 100% focused on that.
That was, under his breath, quite a bit of change.
I mean,
When I was
no,
carrying
this is-
that box, what kind of... Could I see what kind of supplies it was? I assume it's just food.
It was fully crated, but it was heavy.
Could I tell by shaking it a little?
Did you shake it a little?
Definitely.
It sounded like glass bottles. Or glass of some sort.
Like full or empty?
Can't tell. It was heavy enough to be full, but could be, glass steins, which are also heavy.
Molotov cocktails.
Or those.
if I look
Pre-mades.
behind the bar, is it like a normal amount of alcohol back there? Like nothing.
Yeah, it seems to be a little low.
Mhm.
But you see where the slots are where you would slide in bottles. There's a good amount filled and a good amount empty.
Okay. Huh. I just file that away, I suppose. This lady's really nice and gave Ymira a job, so I'm not going to question anything she's doing. All right. I'd say it's been about 5 to 10 minutes. Mel, you good? We're gonna go. Can you wrap it up?
Yeah, I can do that. Hang on. Can you hold right here? Just this one spot right here. And she's gonna just grab your hand and just put your hand where she needs it to be.
Yeah, I'll just let her. I trust her, so.
And then
I will help her, whatever you pointing.
She'll go ahead and just do the final tweaking and then go, okay, thank you. And she'll start putting away her stuff.
Of course. There's so many, craftsmen here. I'll just get up and kind of shake my head. Is there anything you need before we head out?
Mm-mm. I'm good.
Got enough food? Okay. I do a real quick scan check on everybody else still, everybody, and then I will kind of just walk over to Ymira and lean down and ask her really quiet, did your work pay for the food this morning?
No, I didn't ask.
We should probably check so we're not walking out without paying.
Right. I would also like to say goodbye. And she'll wander
she
to
seems-
wherever Sarah is. Whimsically, as she always does.
I kind of trail behind her, but not directly behind her,
You do so, and you're able to find her. She seems to be getting the last few things ready before flipping the open sign.
It is time for me to leave. Did you need anything before I go?
I think that will be it. I appreciate your help. Hope breakfast was good. Please do not die.
She nods.
All of that.
Yeah. I will also be very kind to Tarkin when we see him, and I will be very nice and nothing else. I'm grateful for your opportunities. Thank you for that.
I believe about 90% of what you just said.
I find that seems to be the case with most people.
She smiles and she even reaches out, ruffles your hair a little bit.
She looks a little disgruntled and confused by that.
Oh, I'm watching
She
this
looks
with
pleased
a
with
little
herself.
soft smile from behind.
Be safe. And she walks to the back room.
Thank
Amira
you.
curtsies and leaves.
I'll just call after with the thanks and then go with Amira outside where we probably are gathering. Yeah, literally. Amira would never
Someone,
gets this.
Like touching me with a friendly fondness. What?
That isn't Melody.
I'm waiting for a cold nod of approval that I will file away.
I hated that. Do it again. Right. You all are able to meet outside if you have nothing else to do.
Yeah, I'll just tell Amira really quietly as we head out. I just kind of mentioned she really likes you.
I did a good job for her.
Yeah, we'll have to come back. And then we'll step outside.
Cillian went and grabbed his bag, and then he's heading out.
Cool.
Okay.
We'll gather the squad outside.
Right, you all gather outside. You see that the day is just starting here in this sleepy little town. People are getting their stands up, opening up their stores. A few people are beginning to now walk the streets. What would you all like to do?
Do we need anything supply-wise before we head out?
I did not think so.
Do we need... do we have enough for potions or anything like that?
Still got mine from the final.
Okay,
Do you need some? Or...
No, I'll be fine.
Alright. Everyone else good, though? Alright, off we go. And I will start forward, and I do that little glance back to head count my team, and I also include Odette. I know
Odette's
she's
part
on
of the team.
Yeah.
Very important.
Everyone is accounted for.
Okay, cool. Then we will head in the direction of the Proving Forests with our goal in mind. Yeah, I think we did a pretty good job at getting everybody on the same page and getting out early. So Rue seems pretty motivated this morning.
All right, so it's going to be the better half of a day getting to the Proving Forest. Is there anything you guys would like to do on your walk? This portion of the walk, the paths become a little bit more narrow. There isn't as much traffic at all through this way. And you can tell that as you get closer to the Proving Forest, you see telltale signs of what might have been old training missions, some loose, or not loose, but old weapons, old artillery, things that people would have used to practice as you get closer and closer.
When I see some of that, it reminds me, and I will take my gun blade off my back and load it with a bullet and counting the ones I have left. I think I still have 11. I don't think I used a second one in that other fight. Maybe I did. No, I don't think I did because I didn't want to use a whole turn too because I forgot again. Yeah. I hate action economy, man. I know that I get a free, second wind, but it still makes me sad because if I could do second wind, I could just hit again. So I will make sure that I'm all ready to go and kind of stay armed pretty much for the rest of this here. Although I'm not holding it up, I'm holding it more at ready to spring into action at any time that we come across anything. But I'll just continue leading the group.
You are right. You stay at the ready, continuing to lead the group. What about the rest of you?
No.
I'm here spending most of this trip looking around for anything interesting. And just kind of looking over her shoulder a lot. it's been a while. So she's just feeling a little confused about that.
Mel is taking notes of the surrounding, and if there's like any side talk, she might make like a small note off to the side so that she has a reminder of what was going on throughout the day, but mainly just keeping her eyes peeled around and listening to everybody else.
All right.
I think Cillian's still, after his whole book issue with everyone, I think he's staying pretty quiet around. I've been judged, and I don't wish to be it any further.
Oh Don't worry, baby. The only one who matters was interested. I mean...
You opened it, your Bible and started nerding out, and we didn't respond positively. I cannot believe it.
Listen.
I'm listening. I Traven would be interested in supporting him and his excitement. And I mean, this is his very specific brand of autism, right? I get it. But also, Ruan has reasons to be like, what the fuck? And just not give a shit. And he just let that happen. He didn't say anything. He was so good.
He was so good.
He let it go as long as he needed to talk. He was just like, I am here present as much as I can be. Yeah. Anyways,
so
he's
good.
been pretty quiet for the walk as well, though, because he is kind of shifted into like locked in mode again. He seems like he's almost kind of itching for a fight now. Like, it's been long enough now that he's like, there are targets ahead, and I'm going to make sure I don't miss anything, and I'm going to do well for these guys. So there's not a lot of small talk coming from him anyways, but he still checks on you guys from time to time and stuff. He's not like ignoring the fact that he wants to make sure everyone's good and keeping up and not needing a break and all that kind of stuff.
I thought of something else Ymira does. She's going to think about that letter carrier, and that he said that not letter carrier, the postal worker, that he went to Dromota sometimes, and she's starting to think about, there's a person in Dromota I would like to send a letter to. So she's going to start trying to draft a letter, but she only gets about 4 words in before she like crumples it and starts over, and she does that probably about 14 times, and just kind of leaves a trail of paper behind her.
All right. You do so, and you look behind, and sure enough, there's a little breadcrumb trail of wadded up papers.
I feel like we noticed this, but you don't want to say anything. You know, she's like focused, so you know, it's like a glance, like a concerned, like, is she good? Hopefully, and then we'll keep moving forward. Her poor girl. I have a feeling I know, but I don't want to assume anything.
She usually takes the back anyway, so I don't think she's particularly worried about anyone grabbing her scraps.
No.
And what about you, Ikaros?
He is mostly... I think everybody's quite quiet today because he's just following... I think mostly following Rue's lead in... He'll put a hand kind of on the... Oh god, what do you call that? The main shaft of the glaive. The folded
Sorry,
glaive.
you're doing what?
Yeah, nope, don't start with me. Don't do it. Don't do it.
You said the words.
Don't do it. The haft of the handle. Eyes emojis.
You guys.
I'm like, oh, I can't think of a different name. This is terrible. Anyway, on the main portion, being at the ready, kind of not on edge, but again, ready, kind of watching for that telltale motion of a fight coming up or listening. He's still a little distracted from trying to remember things that are not working.
All right. As you all make your way, night is beginning to fall, the sun is setting, and you all approach the entrance to the Proving Forest. Let me go ahead and change the music. It's not nearly as whimsical here.
Also, as soon as we approach the trees, I'm gonna summon my echo.
Okay. As you approach, the air is thick with mist clinging to the gnarled roots of ancient trees that twist unnaturally towards the sky. The canopy above is dense, and its skeletal branches tangle together, blocking out all but the faintest slivers of moonlight peering through to an endless abyss as you stare forward. Beneath them, the ground is choked with brittle, blackened leaves that crumble underfoot, their decay releasing a faint, acrid scent. Thorny vines, long since withered, coil like grasping fingers around fallen trunks, and their barbs stained dark with something far older than sap. A deathly silence hangs in the air, broken only by the occasional groan of trees shifting under an unseen weight. The scent of rot and damp earth lingers, and every step forward feels as though something stirs beneath the dead foliage, waiting. You have all seen these Proving Forests before, but never like this. It is twisted. It is something that has not been before here. You must be in the right place. As you enter, you see the trail behind you and the starlit sky begin to fade. Your only light now, the faint slivers of moonlight mentioned, illuminating small bits of your path in this forest. You can definitely hear things abound. You're not alone in these forests, you know that for sure. But as to what or how many, that is unclear. What would you like to do?
Just for me, Timber, again, we're just here to, like, thin out the numbers of demons, right? Devils? And then,
that is the first
Blood
portion of your
Countess,
mission,
vampire.
yes.
Okay. I'm keeping an eye out for any demons or devils then, or any way to track them. Amira's also going to summon her Hexblade in the meantime.
Okay, go ahead and roll survival.
Proficiency in that. 11.
11? As you're walking through, it's kind of hard to tell. Typically, you would be able to track in forest no problem, but with it in the state that it's in, it's kind of hard to pick up on the tracks or on the telltale tracks of things that you're hunting.
To be able to make forests like spookier.
You know that they typically drain the life of the things that they are around.
Oh, so just keep an eye out from the front. I have a single eye that is looking.
Keep a single eye to the front.
Just in case you guys forget, I got the one eye and the one hand, and that's all we got going for me here.
Don't worry about it. I got you covered.
Good.
I have more than one eye.
Yeah, why you say it like that?
How many eyes do you have?
More than one and less than 10.
You just intrigued everybody.
Who is? Let's have a marching order. In fact, let me just drag
let's
you
have
over.
a battle map because we're definitely. Just for fun.
Just for funsies, you know.
Just in case.
You guys are starting over here at the bottom, so if you guys want to arrange yourselves, however you guys are walking.
The fuck out. There we go.
I still don't have a echo token, but
there you are, baby.
I'm gonna pull another one and call this one the echo, so I keep track of where it is, because I will fucking forget.
Right.
Okay.
Okay. So is this your order?
Yeah, Amir always hangs out in the back.
Yeah.
We made a Y.
So we have Ruan at the front. We have Cillian and Ikaros in the front middle. We have Mel in the back middle, and we have Amira bringing up the rear. As you continue to march your way into the forest, you know you're being watched. You can feel it. Your honed senses pick up on it, but nothing around you is visible. As you continue to walk even further, you stumble upon a few corpses. As you look at them, they seem to be students, the year unknown.
Are they fresh?
Make a medicine check.
I'm really good at all these medicine checks, or wisdom checks. I got a 10. Yeah.
A 10. They're cold. So they've been here a little while, but it's kind of hard to tell how long at this point. You do see that one of them has a hole through one temple and out the other. And the other person laying there has just a huge chest wound. It looks like torn apart, more so.
I kind of do like a perimeter sort of around this space with my echo going the other way. Kind of like circling around to see if there's any other signs of anything and trying to see if there's anything that's like lying in wait or getting attracted to these.
Not the Sherlock Holmes situation, but can I like tell the trajectory of where the head hole was made? Which direction?
Make
I'd just like to remind
intelligence
you I was a salutatorian, thank you. 14.
Trying to figure out that sort of ballistics, just at a glance, it's kind of hard to tell how it happened. I mean, for all you know, the body could have been moved here.
Sherlock Holmes, I am not.
Cillian's going to, as he sees all these bodies, just do like a little silent prayer for them.
As you say your prayer, you hear that voice in your head pop up again.
Do you think your prayer reaches them? Do you know what you pray for?
He does like a little gulp and he tries to ignore it.
All right.
Can I?
You say your prayer for them?
While he's doing this, do we see anything else beyond the body?
Make another perception check.
I have no wisdom, man. I have done like +0 rolls all night. That's an 11. I'm so mid today. Like, I don't know. I'm trying. Yeah.
An 11. You see that you see that their weapons were left behind. Maybe 30, 40 feet away, you kind of can, by the blood on these weapons, you gather that it was belonging to the two bodies that were laying there.
Can I bring them back over towards the bodies and then maybe like take a photo with my echo bangle, which sucks, but you know, and then see if there's any identification. Once I think there's not anything that's going to jump out at us, I'll just hopefully we can at least report who we found here, even though we probably won't bring them back ourselves.
Okay. The first weapon that you bring over seems to be just a simple longsword. The other seems to be a flintlock. You take a photo.
Yeah, I'll take a photo of the weapons each, and then the bodies, and then any identification I'll probably just leave on them, but take photos of.
So you take the photos. You're unable to compare it to any sort of database right now. You not that you would know if you had access to one of those, but there's no connection to any such thing at the moment.
Bangles that would have their ID, but there's no cards on them or anything like that.
It seems that the cards have been ripped off their body. You know that you can scan echo bangles, but that's typically done from a higher up position because it's sensitive information.
I mean, it makes sense, but all right. Everyone, keep your eyes about, I guess. Worst thoughts. No, just keep moving forward.
I will get my glaive actually out and unfolded so that it's ready.
As you guys are marching forward, I'll move you guys forward a little bit. Amira,
oh, cool.
I need you to make a wisdom save.
8.
Okay.
The demon in the forest was
All
me.
Right. As you guys, hold on, let me do something real quick. As you are marching through, you see now there are 2 sets of orange, yellowish, fiery eyes in the dark peering at you. And then you see that same orange maw open up, filled with razor-sharp teeth, dripping what seems to be almost a lava-like substance, as 2 hounds begin to circle you, but they stare and they wait. And then, Amira, you hear, "Oh, darling, you don't belong here, but that's fine. I'll take you into my arms. We can have a time together. I need you to do a little favor for me." And you feel a kiss on your cheek. "I can't have these others here interrupting our playtime, now can we? Please get rid of them, if you would. And I need everyone to make a roll for initiative."
And could we hear that voice or no? It was just Amira? Okay.
It was just Amira.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. I just
New
checked.
God.
I have a feeling.
This voice sounded physically close rather than in your head.
How your first there is gonna feel about that. Here's the button.
Well, don't worry. You guys have plenty of time to kill me before I get you.
Don't put me that high up in the order. I have to look at shit. I have to remember how to fight.
Does somebody want to trade?
No.
I'll trade you.
Well, we don't.
No.
We don't know.
Wait.
We don't know that we just see the dogs, right?
Yeah.
I say dogs, but like the hellhounds dripping lava and like snarling at us. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Just making sure.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Top of the turn order, Cillian.
Hold on.
Bad dog.
Hold on. This is Maxwell cowering. He's very brave right now.
Yeah, he's so brave. So brave.
He's being so brave. I mean, I guess all I can really do, he's just gonna like get his glaive out and get into position between both dogs as much as possible.
Does he recognize that both him and Ikaros have the same type of weapon?
Yes.
I think they noticed that earlier.
I don't know, did they?
We did. I don't know if the characters did.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Anyways. I'm just playing it out.
Kiss already. Goddamn.
Listen.
Hey,
we
listen, I'm
all
still
know
new.
how this ends up, okay? We know where this is going.
Let's see, just to make sure. Sorry. I did not think I would be first.
It's good. Take your time.
Charles, what does bless do again? We never wrote that. Yeah.
Bless? Wait, is bless not on your sheet?
No, but I'm looking at blessing onto the faithful, and it says that I can do bless, but
Okay,
it's not showing.
So bless, whenever a target makes an attack roll or saving throw, the target adds 1d4 to the attack
Till
or
it drops,
save.
yeah.
Okay, cool.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to use... Yeah, he'll use his channel divinity. Yes. Blessing unto the faithful. Yeah, so using channel divinity as an action, you can cast bless up to 4 targets you see within 10 feet of... Hold on.
Yeah, there you go, buddy. For those listening,
Nobly
he
moves
moved
out there,
forward,
and then
but
Nobly
then he
moves
realized, wait, I need to be close to them to use this, and then scooted back.
He doesn't turn around to run back. He backwards shuffles. It's like, wait, hold on.
Moonwalking.
I remember
back.
this correctly.
Hold on.
Yeah. But yeah, so all 4 of you should get bless. Yes.
Okay. You do so. Would you like to describe your blessing unto the faithful?
Yeah, so when it comes to Cillian's magic, it kind of turns into almost like a big red magic circle with gold filigree, things like that, and in the center it's a big dragon's maw. Yeah, so I think if anything it just kind of appears, and then in 4 different directions it'll disperse and then into each person.
That's awesome.
Very cool, and you all feel empowered by Cillian's magic.
By the...
And that is a concentration, just so you know, Cillian.
Right now.
So concentrated.
You'll have to remind me what that means later.
Concentration means that if you get hit, you have to make a concentration save in order to maintain the spell, or the spell drops.
Which is either, I think, DC 10 or half of the damage taken is what you want to make sure that you keep to maintain it. So you do a con save, whichever's higher.
Yes.
So if you take 28 damage, then it would be 14 instead.
Okay.
So.
You'll have to remind me if it ever happens.
Yeah, no worries. It's all good. Spellcasters. It's fine.
I know.
No, we're excited for you.
A little melee baby.
It's okay. You're still a melee baby, but you got some spells. You got some godliness going on.
Yeah.
And Rue doesn't seem to be upset about this faith magic here. He's pretty focused and thankful of it for it.
Yeah.
Gives you a little nod back.
About it.
Yeah, he's just ew. Primus magic. No.
All right. Is that the end of your
yes.
turn? Okay. Next up is
Just
Ikaros.
realized the
What
2
would you like to
puppies
do?
go before me. That is.
Yeah, those 2 puppies.
Yeah.
They look quite I can't think of the word. They look angry with us, I presume. I am going to, let's see. I just had my measurement here. All right. Is this right? Is that one on a wall or like an overhang?
It's like a small. It's like a 5-foot ledge.
All right, that's a little. Okay, I am going to. I'm mostly just staring at these things for a second, and then Ikaros is going to go measure. Great. I'm going to skirt around Ruan and go up here. And then I am going to have my unfolded glaive, and because I have reach, and I am going to poke in the general direction of this dog, which is a 21 to hit.
That hits.
And that is going to be 3 whole points of slashing damage.
Oh, it has
Points
a
of
name?
damage.
That's so cool.
Oof.
This is Eden.
That's really cool. I'm so excited. I love it.
And it's, for lack of a better description, it is almost that cross between the steampunk and Art Nouveau with some gear work and things like that in kind of a bronzy gold.
Oh, that's really cool.
All right. Is that the end of your turn?
I think it probably is. I don't want to use that bonus action yet.
All right. So next in the turn order, it is that hellhound that you just attacked. It's
Nice
going to
puppy.
attack you now.
Nice
Or
puppy.
try to.
That does not
It's a
hit.
12 hit. Okay. It reaches out to clamp its jaws on you, but you hold Eden out and kind of chews on that for a second before you push it off.
Puppy.
That's that one's turn. This one is going to come over toward the edge, and it's going to...
How tall is that
Let's
cliff it's
see.
on? Just like a few feet, or is it like taller than that? Okay.
It's like 5 feet. Let's see. Yeah.
What that dog doing?
So it's going to hit. Actually, 15 feet. Oh, all right. It's going to hit both Cillian and Mel with a fire breath. It plants its feet down and it opens its maw and it ejects out what looks to be liquid fire. And I need you both to make dex saves.
Ah, yes. Oh, nice.
Dex save.
I rolled
A
that
dex
that
save.
makes it.
Okay, let's see here.
Nice. Let's go.
That's a 17.
All right, so
Whoa, these dogs
Jesus
suck.
Christ. You both take 7 points 7 points of damage.
7. Okay.
I don't want to talk shit.
Its turn.
I don't want to talk shit. No.
Please.
No.
Please. Be
I'm-
confident.
Mm-hmm.
You guys are strong.
Or baby.
It is
Sick.
your turn, Ruan.
I want to just double check a real quick thing. 15 feet. Okay. Sorry, I'm just trying to figure out. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna see Ikaros get attacked and be able to defend against it, and I'm gonna rush forward, and my echo's gonna move in tandem to me, so we're gonna move up like here, up alongside him on either side, and then I'm gonna go in for the swing with my gun blade, and I will go ahead and use my blast shot. So let's see here.
Okay.
That's a 14. I hate my
That
life.
misses.
And then I'll. I think I can use it as a. Yeah, so I'm going to take an attack with Unleash Incarnation from the Echo space and use one of those. So that'll be a Gunblade attack. Are you kidding? I got a 12. This is blessed too. I'm gonna refresh roll 20 and that's my turn. Yep, that's my turn.
Okay. Melody, it is your turn.
All right, Mel's gonna reach into her bag of potions and she's going to pull out one of her little jars that has this purple liquid in it, and she's gonna lean, or I guess pull that jar up to her mouth, and she's gonna whisper fire and shake it around a little bit, and then she's going to toss it behind the creature about 10 feet, and that will cast fairy fire. So each object in a 20-foot cube within range is now outlined in purple or violet color, and any creatures in that area must make a dex save.
Okay, let's see. Dex save. 0? No. That was a 10.
So it fails.
All right.
So now, because of that, any attack roll against it now has advantage.
Oh, hell yeah.
All right.
And that will end her turn.
Also, I forgot to, for the very first time, Cillian, I need you to make a concentration save. Because you did take damage.
No.
It has to be at least a 10.
Am I just using Constitution? Or is there like, okay.
Saving throw.
Yes. Yeah.
Saving throw.
Saving throw.
How was a 17?
17? All right. You maintain your concentration.
He takes Adderall. He's so concentrated right now.
I need what he's on. Rue needs what he's on because Rue can't hit shit. He was locked in, he's not.
Imira, you look behind you and you see a beautiful, beautiful figure. Red skin, huge bat-like wings, and she fades into the darkness and you can just see purple eyes glowing at you, and you would do anything to please this person. And she just asked you to take care of these other people in front of you.
All right. Amira's pretty smart, so she's going to go for the one that she thinks is going to do the most damage. Or she's going to go over here, and then she's going to shoot at Cillian. With a 25. Ooh.
That'll hit.
She draws back her... her glass longbow and fires an arrow directly at Cillian's back for 12 piercing damage.
That was max damage.
Ooh. I think you've missed your target.
She's staring at you.
You have to make another con saving throw.
I know.
Yeah, another con save.
Oh, exactly what you need.
Oh, you that does make it.
Beats it. Fuck yeah.
Ooh.
Cillian hanging on by the skin of his teeth, like,
when you
Just
look
has
back
an
at
arrow
her,
in his stomach right now.
you can see that she is drawing another longbow attack, and it looks like it's gonna be towards you.
No, hey now, wait.
And you also notice that her eyes are also glowing purple.
That's, Mel. Does she normally glow like that?
And Mel's gonna turn, and her eyes are gonna get big, and she's just gonna shake her head. No.
With that, top of the turn order, Cillian.
Alright. Alright.
What's wrong?
I had a plan and now I can't. That's what's wrong. Noelle, make sure you edit out the 5 minutes it's gonna take me to come up with something. Oh shit. Hold on.
I'm just like also just sitting here smiling because I love when we say Noelle. Beautiful name. I'm so happy. Noelle, I love you so much. Getting emo.
It's okay, Max. I have a backup character.
No.
Oh, I'm not looking to not hurt you.
Cillian's like, finally, a reason.
He's got to immobilize the threat.
I mean, it's true. That was the worst. That was the worst damage.
Ironically, that's exactly what she was thinking about you.
Listen, they have a lot in common if they just got to know each other.
They're gonna be best friends someday if they survive.
He's gonna pull it. Okay. Like steadying his glaive in both his hands. You can hear like the little rosary that's attached to it jingle. He's going to like grip it a little tighter, and with his hands, like you can kind of see like a glow between like his palms and the glaive shaft.
Why did you
The what?
Ew, that was so
Massive,
intense.
damn.
The what?
Oh, sorry, I'll say it again. The shaft.
Ah, yeah.
Noelle, add an echo effect to that, please.
Booming
And a few
voice.
casting Divine Smite. He'll go ahead and do a glaive attack against Ymira.
Okay.
Bracing for impact.
So I could just hit normal. Hold on, sorry. So I checked Divine Smite. I can hit attack, right? Okay.
Correct. That does hit.
Okay.
Also, for future reference too, you can choose to Divine Smite after you do the attack roll too, I believe, so that you're not like using a spell slot on a missed attack. Paladins have that benefit. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So you can like roll first. So you can roll first and then say I'm going to smite before the DM says that it hits or not. Which is why a lot of people like to fish for crits on it and then put their biggest spell slot into their crit attack, because they double the dice on your smite as well. Anyways, little pally lessons, they're pretty cool.
Yeah, so sick.
So sick.
Yes. Ymira, does it hit?
Holy shit.
15 points total. Go ahead and make another wisdom save, Ymira.
As he goes to hit her, he's like, I'm sorry.
11.
You do not make it. You shake your head and you're like, why did you hit me? Oh, right, I have to kill
That's
you.
not fair. I have to kill you. You don't have to kill me. What? This doesn't make any sense. Cillian, prepare to be laying down soon.
Ymira's still Ymira.
Oh, don't worry. He's pretty low on health.
Is that the end of your turn?
Yes, it has to be.
Oh.
All right, Ikaros.
What is
your
going
turn.
on back there? Like, I have a dog with the jaws clamped around the glaive. I'm like, what is happening?
Ymira hit me.
What?
What? No.
shove off the dog, and I am going to jab forward again with... there's my button. Oh, that's a 7. And I am too far out to ask for that bless, aren't I? That's 10 feet, isn't it? Yep. Alright, that is a 7.
No.
7 hit.
The bless.
Oh, you have bless on you. He has to be 10 feet away to cast.
Yeah, and then it stays on.
So yeah, you still have bless. Yeah.
It's not going to be enough to get the critter, though.
It will not be enough, though, even if you rolled a 4.
Wait, that from previous experience. Okay. Well, clearly that didn't work. So... Shit, that's an action. Backup plan that I don't have. Nope. Okay. I don't think I have anything else I can do unless I can make an offhand attack with one of the daggers.
Do you have the ability to do that?
I don't think so, because
do
glaive is two-handed.
Yeah, because also you're wearing a two-handed weapon, so...
But there is one thing that all of us can do collectively right now, and it's channel better rolls, because this is a little spooky, just to
Hey,
we can do
I had
it.
a good first roll, okay?
I feel like-
21.
Yeah, you're the only... literally, that was one of 2 good rolls we've had since we started, pretty much. So.
I don't know, I think I'm doing pretty good.
doing good.
I rolled max damage.
Okay, well... All things considered,
That was the
I am
other
just
good
going
roll.
to, I am going to still attempt to just fend off the dog for the time being, and just, Imira, can you please not do that? Yelling over my shoulder, because that's about all I can do.
Scold her.
Like she hasn't witnessed
Ask
that
her
before.
nicely.
Good luck.
That is now...
Hey, I ask nicely.
Is now this Hellhound's turn. He's going to run this way, provoking an attack of opportunity from your copy and from Ikaros.
I'll take my attack from my echo. And I got a 15. Okay, finally.
That hits.
I saw a +4, but I thought it was a 4 roll, and I was about to cry.
Oh no.
Oh.
Yeah, so that's 10 damage.
Okay.
10 slashing damage.
Good amount of damage.
Nat 20 for a 24,
Yes!
baby.
You did it! Let's go!
Nice.
Fucking go. That's what I'm talking about.
kind of shit
Alright,
we
that
need right
is 10 points
Another
of damage.
Do we crunchy crit?
You guys fucked it up.
Oh.
No. It is going to use its fire breath because it hasn't used it yet. On Ruan, your Echo, and Ikaros. So I need you guys to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay, I have to do its own saving throw roll, but it's used the same one as mine. So we have to do 2 separate rolls for each.
Okay.
So the first one will be, this will be Ruan's. And that's a 7. And then this will be the Echoes, and that's a 6.
No.
Okay, so
Yeah.
you guys take full damage here. What? You both take 21 points of damage.
Alright, no worries. No worries.
It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
As you guys are covered in molten fire.
My Echo dissipates, takes the hit, and fades away.
Okay. It is the other Hellhound's turn. Let's see if it gets it back. It does get it back. But doesn't really make sense to do it here, but it does have it back. It is going to run, jumping off the cliff. It's going to come over to you, Mel, and make a bite attack. It's a 13 hit.
Does a 13 hit? It does not.
She'll set you on fire. Okay, that
I'll
is
take
its
things
turn.
Charles has already said for 500.
It isn't. It is Ruan's turn.
That was painful. I'm gonna go ahead and second wind my bonus action for 12 points of healing. That's
yeah.
pretty
nice.
cool. Kind of clutch right now, honestly. And then I will turn towards this dog that just did that and fucked us up bad, and kind of protectively lunge forward for an attack. Come on, Rue. 12.
12 does not hit.
I want to know why I've gotten below 10 on 9 out of 10 rolls. That would be really cool to know. If the it's okay,
Sorry,
but you know
friend.
what? I'm gonna action surge because this is actually looking a little scary.
All right.
Especially since our friend is attacking our friend and our other friend is attacking our friend, and I'm getting stressed. So we'll go for another one.
Another one.
Come on. A 13! Does a 13 hit? I'm
A
gonna
13 does not hit. Oh.
Do you have bless?
It should be noted you have a plus
yes,
7
I have a plus
to your
7 to
attack.
my attack, and I got a plus 4 with
Oh.
bless, and I still only got a 14 because I rolled a 2. And the last one I rolled a 2 as well, just got less on bless. So like in the I got a 1 and a 3 on my dex saves, on the dice, and then like my last attacks were also a 5 and a 2. So like feeling it a little bit. My free action is to shed a tear, and I'm going to just like move slightly this way and kind of gesture for Ikaros to move the fuck away from this thing, like gesturing to come on and looking this way to figure out what the fuck is going on there. And can I pass an item to him, like with an interactive object or anything? Can I? No? Okay.
I would say no. You bonus
no
action
worries.
action.
I just wanted to. So yeah.
Thumbs up.
Yeah. Sorry.
All right. But as always,
Yeah,
crying is a free
baby.
action.
Although he's not like cry, like he's doing like the like I'm really tough, but it's like everything sucks. Yeah.
It is now Melody's turn.
So for my free action, because of my race, I'm able to mind link with somebody, and I've done it before with Amira. And so Mel's going to yell into Amira's head, "What are you doing? Stop it." Don't know if it's going to necessarily do anything. And then she's going to continue looking at the Hellhound and use her Kasaragamas. And
you do have advantage.
That is correct. I do have advantage. That first one was not great. Does a 20 hit?
20 hits.
All right. That is 6 points of damage.
All right, 6 points of damage.
And let me double check this. She's also going to pull a little vial out of her bag and kind of shake it real quick, and she's going to throw a healing word over to Cillian, which is 6 healing.
Thank you so much. Maybe we should have stopped for potions. Maybe I did need one.
Maybe we'll go back to the town. It's fine.
And that will end her turn.
Okay. Amira, you ready your attack. Make a wisdom save as you hear a voice kind of breaking through this just heavenly other voice
22!
that you've been listening to. You are no longer charmed.
Huge.
As the charm breaks, you all hear a...
Get fucked, idiot. I'm going to Misty Step. I'm going to Misty Step over here, and I'm going to use one of my Steps of the Fae for my Warlock class that lets me do a refreshing step that allows me to give 1d10 temporary hit points to someone near me, which I'm going to give to Cillian. Scoop up 5 temporary hit points.
Sorry, baby boy.
And then I'm going to use my packed weapon to attack the fairy fired dog. 22.
Okay, that hits.
For 9 piercing damage.
Very nice.
And as after I fire, I'm going to like scan very quickly to see if I can see the red lady. Where is she?
Make a perception check.
20. Dirty 20.
Okay. With that, you see that she is over... Let me bring it out. Here.
Oh, God.
In the corner. Kind of in the bush.
In the what now?
I'll say.
A wooga, am I right?
I mean, me if we're real.
I whisper...
She kills you all.
I whisper to Odette, keep track of her. And that'll be my turn. I don't know if Odette can do anything, but, you know. I figure, if anything, Odette's really good at annoying people that don't want her around. So if she attaches herself to the leg of this thing, so be it.
I mean, she's a familiar, right? So technically she could be doing things. She's just not on the initiative order right now.
And just as before, you don't really see her full visage. You kind of only see like her face popping out. But until then, Cillian, it is your turn.
Imira, I feel like you're sending mixed messages.
You don't need to talk now.
I guess you're right, but we should talk about this later. He's going to... Still not understanding what's going on. There's no red lady for him. He's going to run back this way. And as he does, he's going to cast... Hold on. He'll cast Lay on Hands on Imira.
Okay.
Aw.
Let's see.
I thought you just came back over here just in case you needed to slit my throat. just kill her. I'm not over this, actually.
Like, nap time, baby.
You can't be trusted. Go to sleep.
Restore the number of hit points that I get maximum amount. Okay, so I don't have to like... So how does this work again, Charles? I'm so sorry. Because I can heal with my pool.
Yes, correct. So you can heal Amira any amount up to the maximum amount of your pool of hit points.
I'll give her... How bad are you looking? Kind of bad.
I'm a warlock. And you hit me.
Yeah, I did. I'll give her 10 points.
Yeah. How does it
10
feel?
points of health.
One less than what damage you did to me,
All
so I
right.
guess that's fine.
You're welcome.
Magnanimous.
He's very kind.
I love the idea of Imira hitting him hitting her healing him healing her.
he's just confused. I don't like hitting you. I felt I needed to hit back. I don't think I have any bonuses. Any bonuses at all? Yes.
So is that the end of your turn? Okay. Ikaros, it is now your turn.
Alright, well, it's worked for me so far, more or less, so I am far enough away that we're going to give the old pokey poke, which is a dirty 20 to hit the dog. And
that does hit.
That is another 7 points.
Oof. It's not looking too great.
Let's get over here. Right about there. And that's what I got.
All right. It is that one's turn, and it's...
okay.
Oh.
I was just reading Odette's stat block. There's actually something I do want her to do. She has something called Heart Sight.
Okay.
Where she can know, she knows a target's emotions and alignment, which in theory means she knows where it is. And fiends fail this save automatically.
It knows emotions and alignment, but doesn't say anything
it just says
about
emotions
position,
and alignment.
right? Okay.
I assume evil and mad.
So,
really
yes, both of those things.
I'm picking up what you're putting down. All right, sorry I interrupted. Go
on. This one, smelling blood in the water, is going to actually go around you, Ruan, and go for Ikaros.
Shit. I don't have anything to protect you yet.
Oh.
No!
Oh. That's a natural 20 for a 25.
Why are you doing this to him? That's
So
a lot of damage.
Okie dokie.
That's a total of 13, 19, 25 points.
Yeah, okay.
How could you do this to him?
Fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it. He definitely doesn't just, like, crumple to the ground after the dog fights and does its thing.
As you're making your way around to kind of abscond from this creature, it slides around Ruan, and you turn around, and it launches itself, sinking its long, sharp teeth into your neck and injecting that fire directly into your veins. You feel a sudden white-hot flash of pain before everything goes dark.
That felt familiar.
It is this hellhound's turn, and its breath is back, and it's going to use it. It can't target all of you, so it's going to target Mel and Imira now that she is no longer charmed. So I need both Mel and Imira to make a dexterity saving throw.
13.
That was a 17.
17, 13. You both also have a +4, but you both made it. So you'll take half of this damage.
Hey, thanks for the heal.
12
Cillian.
points to both of you.
Thanks for that.
Don't thank me, thank the Primus.
And I need Cillian to make a wisdom save.
No, not him.
No. Well, it's fine because it's gonna be good. Yeah, see, 18.
18. Okay.
He's strong-minded, unlike you.
Shots fired.
You feel what feels like a hand kind of gently caressing your chest for a moment, and for a moment you take a breath, and then you shake it off, and you look, and there's nothing behind you.
What? Oh God!
Foul temptations of the devil.
First he's in my head, and now he's touching me.
But whatever that presence was disappears.
He like shivers.
It's now Ruan's turn.
Feeling a little concerned. So I'm going to jump down to try to like catch Ikaros as he falls, and I will do like the hasty like sort of like I'd only have one arm and this is kind of awkward. Like I'm going to give you
ground, please.
No, I'm not dumping you. I got the like arm hooked around your shoulder so your head isn't completely on the ground, and then just like uncap the bottle because he seems pretty used to doing that, and then we'll give you a healing potion. Oh, let me do that. Yes,
that's it. That is your
I'm
action.
aware.
Okay.
And that'll be 8 points of healing. And then for my bonus action, I'm going to summon my Echo again.
I'll take it.
Okay.
Yeah. And so I'll summon my Echo. It has to be within 30 feet of me. I see that the others are looking kind of rough. I'm going to summon it to be within 15 when I start. Hold on. Yeah, within 15 feet. Okay. Sorry, I always remember and then I forgot. So I'm gonna put it next to Mira here. And looking very relieved that Mira's back to being, you know, her normal self. And then I stand readily versus this hound as I like scoop Ikaros sort of back to his feet so he can get his standing again. And I will stand kind of here also to sort of like block it from going any further towards our other injured friends. Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. Okay. Very good. It is now Melody's turn.
All right. Well. Yikes. She's going to. Hang on 1 second. Can you use Cure Wounds on yourself?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yes? Okay, so she's gonna pull out a larger jar of green liquid and she's actually gonna pour it on her wounds that she has. And she will get 12 points of healing from her Cure Wounds. If I can get it to pull up. It is not wanting to pull up for me for some reason. Oh, it's because I broke it. Hang on. Hold, please. So plus 12. There we go. And then, that is her action. That's all she's got. So that will end her turn.
Gotcha. It is now Amira's
I
turn.
need to kill this one. $18. 6.
That does hit. 6 points of damage.
Oh, that's a good idea. I think that's gonna have to be it for me. Actually,
Okay.
I'm going to move.
Oh.
I don't want this thing to be able to hit all of us again. So I'll go over here. And hope that doesn't cause problems. Also still keeping an eye out for that fucking whore. Where is she?
She's somewhere.
I'm sure she is.
With that, Cillian, it is your turn.
Again? He's gonna run over to here and go ahead and do a hefty glaive attack. Wow, at advantage. Well,
yeah.
Oh. Mm-hmm. Roll for a crit.
Okay.
That's a
24.
Very cool.
I'm gonna do 8
That
damage.
does hit. Oof, hefty.
And that's all I got for it. Just a tasty little treat.
All right. It is now Ikaros' turn. You are currently prone on the ground. Ruan is trying to keep watch over you, protecting you.
We're gonna use half that movement to get up off of prone. And okay. I am going to groan as I get up off and try to take that momentum and find where the fuck my mouse cursor just went. Hang on. Where is it? There it is. Okay. And I am going to take said momentum and we're gonna try and stab that thing one last time. Do I have Bless on? I don't have Bless on.
You need to roll Bless still, reason. I think. Yeah, he hasn't dropped it.
E4. So that's a 16 to hit.
That does hit.
And another 5 slashing damage.
Alright. It's not looking too good.
Put the damn dog down.
Is there anything else you'd like to do?
I don't want to god mod this, but you can scoot over a little if you want.
I mean, I can scoot, but that's not going to do a whole lot of anything else.
It puts us not next to each other for the fire breath it was just doing, so...
details.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I have any...
I'm only saying this because, like, this is fucking scary. Yeah.
Yeah, scoot. So, hopefully, I'm slightly less in the same line as Ruan, and...
Yeah, that's a good
bonus
idea.
action I have is not going to get used yet. Okay, that's about it.
I don't want you to fall again if we can help it.
Alright. This is Hellhound's turn. It's going to make an attack at Ruan.
Yep, it
24 hit. That's 18 points of damage, 7 points of piercing, and 11 points of fire.
Jeez. Okay.
Somebody put the damn dog out.
I'm trying, but I can't hit it.
It's the other one's turn. This one's going to be an attack at Cillian.
Ah! Charles, what are you feeding these dogs?
Another nat 20 for 25.
Misses.
So 16, 22, 23 points of damage.
Cillian is down.
Where's your god now? Sorry.
Figure that
out. Yeah. Cillian's down.
Oh, baby boy, no. I'm just growing fond of him,
right.
please.
Ruan.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. I'm gonna take an attack on the puppy dog in front of me, because it hurt me a lot. So I'll go ahead and do a single shot here. A 17. Oh,
that does
hit. That's 8 damage.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, 8 damage? Okay. It is very close. You can see as you make that attack against it, its jaw is actually hanging like half on, half off, kind of swinging there. It's breathing very heavily, trying to stay up.
Leaps into this and uses an unleash incarnation to do an attack. Ooh, it doesn't have the bless. Oh, 24. Cool.
That does hit.
That's a 14 damage.
Right.
So I cleave it. I'm like, oh, and I gasp when I see that it's dying, and then my echo just comes in and slices its head off.
And as it gets sliced off, it bursts into ashes and dissipates entirely.
And I just give Ikaros a nod, and then I still have movement, so I'm gonna go ahead and run upwards, but I'll come from this angle. So I'll do like this, and like start circling around this one to get towards Cillian. But that's my turn. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Thanks.
Gotcha.
I hope this is the only thing we have to fight today, because this is looking a little bit rough.
Charles, I think you gotta nail the battles.
Wait till you find its mom.
How about we don't? How about we wait until tomorrow? I think that's a good idea. We need to get our boy out of here. We gotta get our fam out. Anyway, sorry, I'm just blabbing nervously. Continue.
So Mel's gonna just attack with her Kasuragama. 23. That is another 6 points of damage. That was almost a nat 20. Dang. So close, so close.
All right. Is that the end of your turn?
I think so.
All right.
Mira's getting mad.
Amira, it is your turn.
She was thinking about getting mad. No, she's mad. First, I'm going to cast Hex on this stupid goddamn dog. And I'm going to kill it to death.
Okay.
18. 10 piercing damage plus
18 hits.
3 necrotic damage.
That is exactly how much.
I shoot it in the head, and then I immediately spin around and look for that succubus.
You shoot it in the head, and it kind of explodes into ash. You look around, and you don't see anything at first, and as you whip your head back to where you were looking, she appears. You all begin to converge. She holds her hand out, and you all frozen in time for a moment. You can feel your body trying to struggle against whatever magic this is. Amira, she grabs you by the throat, and she lifts you up, and she says, "You know, I do love playing with my pets, but I did enjoy my dogs more." And you can feel her grip start to sink in on your throat. You can hear near bones cracking, and you feel like this is the end, before you are splattered with red hot blood across the face. You look down, and you see that there is a fist shoved straight through this succubus's chest. She falls limp to the ground, and you see before you a very tall...
Is it the boy? The man's? Or cowboy baby?
You see before you a very tall woman. Deep red hair, golden eyes. She looks to all of you and she says, "Well, had I been expecting visitors, I would have cleaned up a little. But where are my manners? My name's Genevieve." And that's where we're going to end tonight's session. And so, another card has been drawn from the deck of many tales. Thanks for sticking with us through the twists, turns, and moments only the dice could foresee. We couldn't do this without you. If you're enjoying the story, don't forget to join our community on Discord, check out bonus content and updates on our website, and follow us on our socials